I give to you tutorial, there is shape tuning inside. Right. What is shape tuning exactly? You see, I can create a different shape at the first keyframe and a different shape at the end of let's say 5 or 10 keyframes, a different shape. So I make it now from circle to rectangle. So in the beginning it's a circle and in the end it's a rectangle. But now you want to tween it. You want to tween it, you want to change the circle into a square slowly. So you can do shape tweening over here. Create shape tweening and it will become like this slowly. It will become like this slowly. That's what shape tweening is. And this is like motion tween, there is shape. What do you do in motion tween? You change position, you rotate, you increase the size, you decrease the size. That's motion tweening. What is shape tweening? You change the shape. So at the beginning I had this circle and in the end I had this. But what shape tweening does, it changes the circle to a square or a star or anything else you want to create. That's called shape tweening. Now there are some limitations to it. Let me just show you. So I create a new layer. So I'll create separately over here, for example. I'll create over here something like this, a face with the ears and possibly eyes and a smiling face. And you say, I want to change this to a crying face and I want to exaggerate. Now that's something which you will find difficulty in. Some parts of it you can exaggerate through shape tweening. Some parts of it you cannot. Now let me just show you. At the end of this, insert keyframe, and now at the end of it I want to make it, let's say, crying. So I'll make this guy cry. So in the beginning the face was smiling, now crying, like this. I want to do that in shape tweening. Let me show this to you. Shape tweening, I say, does not work very accurate in this way, in this case. So you can use shape tweening, but not always. So make sure you know how to draw, make sure you know how to use these tools over here, the oval, the square, the pencil, etc. And you will see if you create the start and the end, you know what you are doing, which kind of animation principle you are using. 3 marks for anybody. Right now, raise your hand, do not answer. What principle did I use just now? What principle did I use just now? No, animation principle, not flash feature, animation principle. I used just now a principle. Say again, please. Do not, sorry, don't say again. Raise your hand if you know. So now this will look like as if it is overlapping. So we created the shape more or less. This is the first shape you will get, which I will give you. And the next one you will create by once the main character is ready, you can just delete the first keyframe uh, image and possibly also remove the first keyframe. Now you have this guy as your first keyframe. Turn off your onion skin tool. You'll see this is your first keyframe and you have created the image. Now what is this image? This is not a symbol yet. What you can do, if you like, you can select this part of his body and create it a symbol. Call it main body. Select the part of that body, call it main body, and select the hand, including the borders. Now, when you select it, it will not select the borders. Okay, I'll wait, but let me just show you. When you select it, it will not select the borders. Can I zoom in and show you? You see the hand borders are not selected. You have to select them separately. So you have to select the hand and the hand borders also separately. So to do that, you can zoom in, shift select, so the borders is also selected. Keep pressing shift and select the borders, so you're sure the border is also selected. And then you can select it as the left hand or the right hand or whatever. Yeah, you will do this in the exam. But I will give you the first one. Convert it to symbols. Graphic. Why button? Button is you want to click and go somewhere else. It should be a graphic. When you convert to a symbol, make sure it's a graphic symbol. Yeah, convert. So right now, what I'm doing is I've selected the arm, the hand, converting into symbol in a graphic. Make sure, and I'll call it hand, left hand, because it's the left hand. And then this part of the body with the borders. Make sure you press shift and select the borders also. You can zoom in and see closely with the borders. You want to convert as you want to convert this as left arm. And then I'll call it left arm, sorry. Yes, you have to do, because you're dividing his body into different parts. So this is his body, this is left hand, this is left arm, this is right hand, face, and then hair. All of them together? No. So the whole body is one. The whole body is one symbol then. Right. The whole hand, you mean? You know what? You know why the reason? Like this is the hand. Then when he's getting very shocked, then he'll do like this. So if you can move the hand like this very easily. If you create a symbol, you just have to move like this, and this hand move like this, very easily. But if you create the whole hand, it will be very difficult. You have to draw again. This one you just have to move this. Yeah, you can, or you use subselection tools. Yes. If you convert to symbol, you just have to rotate like this. That's all. If you convert it to symbol. So now I'm gonna select this one. Since its hand is not visible, I'm only selecting its arm. And you can shift select all of this. Make sure you keep on saving your work, and I'm gonna call it right arm. Excuse me. Then I'm gonna select the face. Make sure you select the inner and outer of the eye also. This is the inner part which was not selected earlier. I zoomed in, then I selected it. Now I can change this to face. Right click and save it as face. And then the hair. Then convert it to symbol, call it hair. Now you guys have been working with symbols for quite some time. Saving your work also. Right. Can you please make sure when you start selecting the face or the hands, make sure the selection is correct. So right now I'm moving the face right and left, but since I've done selection of the face with the hands, I did not select the borders of the face. That's why it is leaving the white space behind. The borders is necessary to select whatever you are selecting, the face or the hand or whatever part of the body it is. Make sure the borders are also being selected. So I added fire on top of his mouth so that it looks like he's actually eaten something very spicy.